in the first half to pick up their first win of the season. The Rams coming into this one 3-0 overall on the season, fresh off a pasting of Coppin State on Sunday, a 74-45 victory. It's the 52nd all-time meeting between these two in women's basketball, a series that dates back to 1975. Friars in the home whites, black numerals, Rhode Island in the navy and Caney blue here this evening. Friars will work the ball from left to right across your screen here in the opening quarter as they go inside to Mary Baskerville. Baskerville, a sweet little touch with the left hand, and the Friars lead this one 2-0. Quickly the other way comes Chanel Williams, former Friar, grad transfer now at the University of Rhode Island. No stranger to this building is Chanel Williams, as we have a 3-second violation on the Rams. We'll go through the Rhode Island lineup real quick here. Starting off today, it'll be Chanel Williams with Marie-Paul Fapasi, Marta Vargas, Des Elmore, and Emmanuel Tahan. For head coach Tammy Reese, now in her third season for Providence. Janae Crooms, Mary Baskerville, Audrey Cook, Alyssa Geary, and Emily Archibald. The starting five for head coach Jim Crowley, now in his sixth season at the helm of the Friars. Friars down to 10 on the shot clock for Archibald as they work it around the perimeter. Here's Cook in the corner, looking to feed Baskerville on the inside. That one's going to be tapped away by Emmanuel Tahan. Tahan, one of 5 transfer students that have joined the Rhode Island program this season. Tahan out of Bondy, France, a transfer from Missouri. A lot of international flair with 9 international players this year for Coach Reese and the Rams. Archibald, the shot clock expiring, not going to go. It's a shot clock violation. The Rams will take over. Rhode Island has started the season averaging almost 88 points per game and allowing just over 41 per contest. In fact, no team has reached the 50-point mark yet against the Rhode Island Rams in this 2021-22 season. Here's Williams, dishing it outside for Elmore. Elmore, another one of those transfers that Big East fans will be familiar with as she transferred from Seton Hall. The miss there gives the Friars a chance on the other end, but they turn it right back over as Elmore was able to step into that pass from Janae Crooms. Another turnover on Rhode Island. It was Vargas that time. Crooms now down the lane, off the glass, and in and one. And it's a good start for the Friars here. Up 4-0, a chance to make it 5. Janae Crooms comes in, averaging 18 points so far on the young season, 13 boards as well for the transfer out of Michigan State. Adding a little bit of that Big Ten flair to the Big East this year. And Crooms can't get it to rattle in that time, and that has been an area of concern for the Friars, just 47% as a team from the line. Euro step down the lane for Fapasi, denied. Here comes Crooms the other way. Feeds it inside to Baskerville, and the Friars, the quick 6-0 lead, not even 2 minutes in. In the first quarter against Maine, the Friars only had 3 points for the entire quarter. Off to a much better start, shooting the ball 3 of 3 from the field are the Friars. Here's Elmore trying to penetrate and gets the soft touch that time. She was able to get good position. First 2 of the night for Des Elmore. A grad student out of Hartford, Connecticut. Had a double-double against Coppin State over the weekend. Again, the Rams have been able to run past everybody thus far. Here's Alyssa Geary, sweet little move to get around Elmore for her first bucket of the night. Williams looks to the bench for the play from Coach Reese. She'll be stared down by Cook. Leaves it outside for Fapasi. Fapasi, who has been off to a fantastic start for Rhode Island, 14.7 points per game. Also has 9 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 5 steals to pace the Rams, and it's going to be a traveling violation against Williams. So another turnover here for Rhode Island. That is their 3rd of the quarter, and we're not even 3 full minutes in. Rhode Island's done a nice job of taking care of the basketball so far this year, only allowing about 13 turnovers. The Friars give it right back, though. It was Tahan able to steal it away. Varga from downtown makes it an 8-5 game. Marta Vargas, the grad student out of Lisbon, Portugal. Comes into this one averaging just under 6 points in the contest for the Rams. Here's Archibald, who had a fantastic game against Maine. Archibald, the 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year in Maine, as Baskerville does it the hard way. Little flick of the wrist with the right hand. And Baskerville has a quick 4 tonight. Williams barking out orders, directing traffic here for the Rams. Here's Tahan, picked up by Archibald. Vargas now. And a zig instead of a zag from Elmore, and the Rams looking just a little bit out of sync here early on. Coach Reese is going to go to the bench early, and she will bring in Dolly Cairns. Cairns, the sophomore out of Saratoga Springs, New York, averaging just under 10 points per game in about 22 minutes. Friars now with Crooms. A little handoff for Geary. Crooms trying to work it against Williams. Takes a little bump as the Friars work it around the perimeter a little bit more. Crooms now, skip pass in the corner. Here's Archibald for 3, and that one rims out. Elmore there for the board, and here come the running Rams. Cairns looks up top for Papasi. And now back to Williams. Elmore in front of the Providence bench, goes inside to Hahn. Good defense here out of Archibald, who gets the block. Tremendous play by the freshman, Emily Archibald, to stymie the Rams offense. Baskerville looking inside for Geary, gets it back. The touch off the glass and in. Mary Baskerville with 8 of the Friars' 12 points here at the midway point of the first quarter. Baskerville, who's only been averaging 8 points for the season thus far. Again, a former Big East Rookie of the Year back in 2018. As the Friars' defense has been suffocating so far here tonight. Here's Archibald outside for Crooms, and around it goes Baskerville, now Geary. A little turnaround, and that one too strong. It'll be hauled in by Cairns. Williams will push the pace the other way. DeHaan has it deflected by Archibald. And the Friars force the 5th turnover of the night on Rhode Island. Here's Crooms, has her pocket picked on the way in. 2-on-1 break, Williams behind the back for Cairns. And she swishes it home over the outstretched arm of Alyssa Geary. Crooms now. Again, stared down by Williams. Crooms with a good size advantage over the diminutive Chanel Williams, but certainly seen the magic she could produce here in Friartown over the years as Elmore hits the easiest bucket she'll probably get all game long. That cuts the lead down to 3 now with just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Fast-paced affair here in Providence so far tonight. Cook on the outside. And Baskerville had gone inside. The pass went outside. Now in transition, here's Cairns for 3. And we're knotted up at 12. Timeout called. That'll extend to media here in Providence. We'll step aside for now with the teams locked at 12. You're watching Providence College women's basketball right here on Flow Hoops. And welcome back once again to Mulaney Gym here inside Alumni Hall in Providence. Mike Mancuso, glad you could join us here on Flow Sports. And after the Friars got off to an impressive 12-5 lead, the Rams have come storming back here to tie things up at 12 apiece with just about 3.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. And one of the issues for the Rams, or excuse me, for the Friars defending the Rams, they wanted to limit some of the easy buckets. Talking to Coach Crowley before the game, that would be a point of emphasis, and we've seen Rhode Island get a couple of those easy ones here tonight that helped them climb back from that 7-point deficit early on. And it's a high-flying, high-scoring Rhode Island team that has been suffocating on defense as well. As we're going to get the first foul called of the game. It looks like it's going to go against the Friars. It's going to go against Olivia Olson. Well, that is her first personal, and she had just checked in. Lauren Sampson out there as well now for the Friars. They join Geary, Crooms, and Baskerville. Rhode Island has checked in Emmy Renat. A miss there, hauled in by Baskerville, and here come the Friars. Janae Crooms is stared down by Cairns. Looks for Olson. And the feed inside, stolen away by Des Elmore. Now Williams with some pace down the lane. The kick out. Three-pointer on the way, and that one will be completely off the mark. There's a long-range miss from Emmy Renat. It was actually saved by Elmore, but threw it right to the Friars, who kind of stopped. To the corner it goes. Olson able to get up and sky for that one. Here's Crooms. No hesitation, gets it out to Sampson. And now Crooms, foot on the line. That one goes astray. And it'll be Rhode Island ball with 2:04 left in the first. Rams will make another change. As it's now Renat, Elmore, Williams, Fapasi. And in the corner, Cairns checked in for the Friars, Emily Archibald has returned to give Baskerville a rest. Here's Fapasi down the lane. Was able to draw the contact that time. And that'll be the first against Emily Archibald here today. Just the first on Archibald, the second on the Friars, puts Fapasi at the line. And that has been her downfall so far this season. Just 1 of 7 from the line is Fapasi heading into today, make it 1 of 8. So the one hole in her game so far has been her play at the line. Second one a little too strong. Easy rebound that time for Archibald, who read the bounce well. And now the Friars look to break the 12-12 deadlock. Up top it goes for Archibald. And another turnover by the Friars. And that has been a serious area of concern. That is the 9th turnover of the quarter on Providence. It came in averaging about 20.5 giveaways per game. And the underhanded layup that time for Renat gives Rhode Island its first lead of the game. See how the Friars respond. Olson to the rack and in. Olivia Olson gets her first bucket of the night on that strong drive to the hoop. Now Williams goes back to work, working with Elmore. Cairns curling around for the three, won't go. And Olson able to get in there for the rebound. And the Friars dealing with some early season injuries. Playing with a reduced roster here tonight. But so far, hanging with the talented Rhode Island team. That pass on the inside again was picked off by Elmore. And now Cairns for three, got it. Cairns drills it from downtown. And it's a 17-14 lead for Rhode Island. Shot clock off here for the final 17 seconds. Crooms, closely watched and guarded by Chanel Williams. Now the Friars get that ball moving around. Crooms down the lane, and they're going to get an offensive foul As Williams able to draw the contact with Crooms. So that'll be the first on Janae Crooms. Really has been a dynamic addition to this Providence team. Player who's good in transition, a very physical defender. So 5 seconds here for the Rams. Can they get one more shot off? Williams stops, pops, and it will not drop. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Rams of the University of Rhode Island with a 17-14 advantage over the Friars. We'll step aside. And welcome back to Friartown. 10 minutes on the clock for the start of the second quarter. The Rhode Island Rams with a 17-14 lead over the host Friars. Friars shooting the ball well at 70%, 7 of 10 from the field, but they have been done in by turnovers as they had 11 turnovers in the first quarter. Rhode Island shooting a healthy 7 of 15, including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and that has been the difference so far today as the Friars unable to connect from downtown yet. So we're going to get an offensive foul there on the Rams. It's going to go against Emmanuel Tahan, and that'll be the first foul of the night on the redshirt senior from France. And now the Friars a chance to cut into this 3-point Rhode Island lead. Archibald looking for some options, has Lauren Sampson. Sampson now skips it on over for Baskerville. She'll wheel it inside for Geary. Geary trying to back down her defender. Puts it up with the left hand and in. Geary did a nice job that time against the freshman Emmy Renat from Israel. And able to drop it in with a sweet left-handed touch. 4 points now for Geary. As Mary Baskerville leading the way for the Friars in the first quarter. And Cairns for the Rams, each of them with 8 points in the first frame. Here's Cairns again from downtown. Count it! Dolly Cairns able to connect. It's another long-range bomb. She was at 31% coming in. And so far, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc in this one tonight. Archibald looking to feed Baskerville on the inside. Somehow was able to get it over to Hahn, and a 3-second violation goes against the Friars. So that'll be another turnover. As Coach Crowley, I think, was maybe looking for a little bit of a foul that time on the inside, saying they were kind of backing Baskerville out towards the baseline. So it'll be Rhode Island ball. Here comes Yanni Henley, the transfer from Virginia. And we mentioned 5 different transfers for Coach Reese this season. Here's Des Elmore, formerly of Seton Hall. And she gets the and one opportunity. And that'll be a foul on Mary Baskerville, and that will be her first of the night. And that's been an area that has been a bit of an issue for the Friars. Baskerville has fouled out in the first 2 games. Was in serious foul trouble against Maine that limited her to only 19 minutes against the Black Bears. Elmore misses, though, on the free throw. So the lead remains at 6 now for the Rams. Geary, a little handoff for Megan Herder, who's checked in. Archibald to the rack. Does not get the friendly bounce, and Baskerville was fighting for it, but tipped it out of bounds. Crooms back in. She'll replace Herder. And for Rhode Island, they will bring in Maye Torre, 6'2" sophomore from Athis Mons, France. And now Henley running the point for now, with Williams on the bench, and there's going to be a travel on Elmore that time. You can see her kind of take that step a little early as she was trying to get around Crooms. Crooms, the Rhode Island product from Cranston, and averaging 18 points, 13 boards on the season. And she has come up big for the Friars in this early portion of the schedule. They feed it into Baskerville, and she has hit from behind. Would have been a tough shot. It looked like she was able to get some contact from Emmanuel Tahan. That'll be her second. And an immediate change for Rhode Island. They will bring back in Marie Paul Fapasi. It also sends Baskerville back to the line. And Baskerville on the season at just 40% from the line. And the rims remain closed on those free throws for the Friars. They are now 0 for 2 as a team tonight. Second one up and rattles in. 9 points now for Mary Baskerville to lead the Friars. The Rhode Island lead at 5. Henley with the handle. Leaves it up top for Elmore. Curling around comes Cairns. Now also curling around is Henley. Swings it over for Torre, and it's going to be another traveling call. For the 8th turnover of the game on the Rams. And give the Friars another chance on the offensive end with 7:22 left here in the second quarter. Friars, this is the first game of a 7-game homestand. The Friars with a ton of home games this season. 10 of the first 13 at home. 13 of the first 17 as they work it inside to Mary Baskerville. Sweet little feed that time from Alyssa Geary. Baskerville now in double figures with 11. Henley looking over her options. Finally dishes off to Papasi. Tries to get around Archibald, little turnaround. Puts it up and in. Good looking stroke that time from Marie-Paul Papasi, and Baskerville a little slow to make her way up the floor. Here's Geary now into the corner for Sampson. Up top it's Crooms. Baskerville rotates it over. Here's Sampson, good look for three, won't go. Elmore the rebound, she'll push it up ahead for Henley. Dumps it into the corner, now inside for Posse, lost the handle. And Crooms there, and then the quick foul on for Posse as she was slowing down Crooms. And that'll be the first personal Marie-Paul Papasi. Preseason Atlantic 10 second teamer. The Rams picked second in the A10 this year. As the pundits figuring Rhode Island will be a force to be reckoned with in the Atlantic 10 this year. Picked first were the Dayton Flyers. Here's Crooms. Sampson now working against Vargas. Now Cook driving the baseline. Ran into a couple of Rams. Back outside now for Crooms. 10 on the shot clock. Crooms into the corner. Here's Archibald for three off the side of the backboard. Vargas able to track it down. She'll push it up the floor. Elmore rolls it in towards Papasi. Papasi. Couple of steps and drops it in over Archibald. Papasi starting to heat up. She has 4 now for the Rams. Sampson. Moves it up to Geary. Geary liking the matchup here with Papasi. Too hard off the window. Rebound for Elmore. Now here comes Williams. Elmore puts on the brakes for a moment. Trying to take Crooms. Two physical players going at it. Elmore, though, a little too strong with the shot. Crooms the rebound. She'll work it up the floor. And now we'll reset for Archibald. Here's Cook. Archibald now. Trying to feed it back for Crooms, and it's going to be another turnover on the Friars, number 13. Brings us to a break in the action here at Mulaney Gym. We'll step aside as well with URI on top. 26-19. We'll be back with more Providence College women's basketball right here on Flow Hoops. 4:48 left here in the second quarter. Rhode Island on top 26-19. And really the main storyline thus far has been turnovers for the Friars. 13 have led to 17 Rhode Island points off turnovers so far tonight. Friars shooting has cooled down a bit here in the second frame as well. They are now just 2 of 6 in this quarter. Good for 33%. Giving them 56% for the game on 9 of 16 shooting. Rhode Island continues to shoot the ball well. 4 of 5 here in the second quarter, including 1 for 1 from beyond the arc. The Friars still looking for their first 3-ball of the game. Rotation over now for Papasi. Oh, slips past Archibald, but left it a little bit wide of the net. And now Cook will work it up for the Friars. Elmore there to challenge, and then an offensive foul on Baskerville. As she had Elmore all over her. Elmore certainly caught the worst end of that, but that will be the second personal on Mary Baskerville. And we've talked a little bit about her foul trouble so far this season. And Elmore's going to have to shake that one off. A little bit of a frustration foul maybe that time on Baskerville. And now the Rams a chance to add to their 7-point lead. Williams will call out the play. She's watched carefully by Audrey Cook. Here's Vargas from downtown, and that one is pure. Martha Vargas. Another 3-ball for the Rams. They're now 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Crooms pocket picked as Williams goes flying into the boards. They will, however, stay with the Friars. I'm sure this one means a lot for Chanel Williams. Of course, spent 4 years here in Friartown. And decided to take her grad student year at URI down in Kingston. About a 40-minute drive from here or so. Friars rotated around now, and foul off the ball is going to be called on Williams. So she was feeling it maybe a little bit too much that time. Rhode Island does like to play a physical style defense, and that was something that Coach Crowley said they would need to handle. Physical presence on the defensive end of the Rams. Cook that time denied. It's for Posse. Able to get back. Papasi now will run it down the other end, leaves it for Vargas. And now Williams will reset. Quick little handoff for Renat. And an offensive foul once again. It's going to go against Renat. And that is her first personal of the game. But it is the team limit for the Rams. Friars will be shooting the rest of the way. So Archibald will leave it off for Crooms. Megan Herder back out there as well. Here's Sampson. Alyssa Geary now skips it over for Herder. Thought about the 3. Now gives it off to Sampson. Clear path to the basket. Pulls up for the jumper and hits. Lauren Sampson with a good decision that time. Saw the defense collapsing in near the rim, decided to pull up for the J and hit. An 8-point margin for Rhode Island with under 3 to play here in the second quarter. Vargas looking for some movement. Dishes off to Elmore. Papasi thought about it from 3. Papasi almost walked, but still able to hit the jumper that time. And it's a 10-point lead, the largest of the game for URI. Geary taking it at Papasi and was able to draw the foul. And that'll be the second one on the redshirt junior from France. Good decision that time by Geary. And she will head to the line shooting 2. Karen's back in for the Rams, as Emmy Renat will take a seat. Geary so far, 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting, and 4 assists. 4 assists leading the Friars at this point. First one from Geary is good. Has improved dramatically over the course of the summer session, according to head coach Jim Crowley, and that's coming off a fantastic season and a very good Big East tournament back in March. So the second one was good as well. Geary's now got 6 for the game, but the Friars in need of a couple of stops. Vargas around the horn now. Williams trying to sneak around on the baseline. Gets to the hoop, but too strong. Couldn't finish that time. Here comes Crooms. Crooms. Sampson, 3-ball on the way, left it a little short. Williams the rebound, and Rhode Island will hustle down the floor once again. They go inside to Fapasi. Fapasi trying to take it against Archibald, and Archibald wondering where was the foul, but that'll be her second of the game. And he'll put Fapasi at the line. Marie-Paul Fapasi so far 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting, but 0 for 2 from the line. Henley back in to give Williams a rest here with just under 2 minutes left in the quarter. And in for the Friars, the return of Olivia Olson, the freshman from Niskayuna, New York. And another miss for Fapasi. Now 1 of 10 on the season from the charity stripe. And that one spins out as well. Janae Crooms trying to get going, takes it to the rack, and we're going to have a foul before she got there. And it looks like it's going to go against Yanni Henley. First on Henley. And that'll put Crooms at the line shooting 2. The Friars in the bonus here. Crooms so far on the night, just 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Left that one a little bit short. And as much as we talk about the free throw shooting woes of Marie-Paul Fapasi, it's really been an issue for the entire Providence team this season. They started the game at 47%, but are now just 3 of 7. Here's Fapasi again, puts on the brakes. Henley will work it back out. 90 seconds to go. Fapasi drives. Rejected by Olson, but Elmore there. Shot clock 12. Elmore, the quick shot and in. Des Elmore doing Des Elmore things just like she did for Seton Hall. Here's Crooms off the window, won't go. Gets her own rebound and finishes that one off. And we got a taunting warning against Janae Crooms after that made basket. Give her 4 points. And now the Rams with just under a minute to go in the second quarter. Cairns, little drop step that time, was a travel. Referees all over that one. And that will be the 11th turnover of the game for Rhode Island. Friars trying to strike here. Further cut what is an 8-point lead for the Rams. Down a little bit more. Oh, a little crossover. Crooms puts it up. Does not get the friendly roll that time. And now Rhode Island will work it down the other end. Here's Henley. Elmore up top. Met by Crooms. They feed Fapasi. And another 3-second call against the Rams. It's been consistent. Fapasi just kind of camping out down there. So less than a second differential between the two clocks here to end this quarter. We'll see how deep the Friars will take it into the shot clock. Crooms will be met by Henley. Crooms 2 of 5 from the field thus far. And the Friars still looking for their first three-pointer of the night. Crooms watching the seconds tick away, down to 10 now. And they get into rhythm for Sampson. Front rimmed it. A key rebound, though, as Herder got there. Body scrambling at the end, and that will do it for the first half of play. So Rhode Island, after trailing early on at 12-5 in the first quarter, goes into the locker room with an 8, as she did pick up her second in that second quarter. So the flip sides here for the second half. Friars will move the ball from right to left across your screen. They go to work here. The first offensive chance to start the frame. They got off to a great start in the first quarter where they actually shot 7 of 10 and had a 12-5 lead early on, but Rhode Island was able to get back by way of the three. They were able to connect multiple times from downtown. Crooms fouled from behind that time by Williams, the former Providence player, and that is the second on the grad student from the Bronx. That'll give the Friars a fresh 20 seconds here on the shot clock. It'll be Crooms with inbounding duties here. Try to stack up Archibald, Baskerville, and Geary. Here's Archibald now, over for Cook. She's picked up by Marta Vargas. Cook looking inside for Geary. Geary going to work. Sweet little touch that time, just lifting it over the outstretched arms of Emmanuel Tahan. Geary now with 8 points for the night. The lead down to 6. Rhode Island has led by as many as 10 in this one as Fapasi turns it over on the inside. And for as many turnovers as the Friars had, Rhode Island was right there with them. They had 12 in the first half. Here's Cook on the outside now for Baskerville. Mary Baskerville, oh, nice little wiggle to get around Elmore. And an easy finish at the rim. Good footwork that time by Mary Baskerville. She's got 13 and the Friars are within 4. Usually a heated rivalry between these two Ocean State opponents. Good crowd on hand here tonight as well. Here's Vargas from downtown. Hand in her face and she still connects. Vargas now 3 for 3 from long distance. And that pushes the Rhode Island lead back up to 7. Skip pass for Archibald. As the Friars rotated around. Here's Geary from downtown. That one off the front of the rim. Elmore the rebound, and now Williams with some pace. Leaves it back for Elmore. And now Tahan. Vargas trying to free herself up. Leaves it for Fapasi on the outside. Her shot too strong. It'll be last touched by Tahan. Fapasi, who came into the game 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, but unable to convert that time as Crooms works it up the floor. Already 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Janae Crooms goes to work, lifts it up, too short. Ball ping-pongs around, and it's going to be last touched by the Friars. So Fapasi and company will get it back. They lead by 7. And on the strength of the 3 ball, where they are 6 of 10 from beyond the arc. Here's Vargas, thought about it again, but Geary right with her. Geary fighting through a couple of screens now as Elmore curls around. Gets it to Fapasi on the inside, off the glass, no good, and Baskerville the rebound. 6 boards now for Mary Baskerville as she inches closer to a double-double. Here's Geary against the shorter Vargas. Elmore with the help defense. Archibald was open for a minute on the arc. And now Baskerville goes to work. Little turnaround and does not get the sweet roll that time. Williams with the pace. Leaves it for Fapasi. Decides to drive that time and it ripped away by Cook. Cook now trying to take Williams. Bounces her to the ground. Now Crooms on the outside works her way a little closer. Baskerville feeding Geary, who had position, lays it up and in. Good work by the Providence Bigs that time. Baskerville to Geary, a combination we've seen for the last 4 seasons. And now Rhode Island. We'll see this lead go down to 5. And Williams from the outside. Not traditionally her range, but hits that time. Her 4th 3 of the night, of the season. And the 7th overall 3-pointer for the Rams tonight. Here's Crooms on the outside. Archibald lines up the 3. Won't go. Williams the rebound. She'll hustle it up again. Leaves it back for Vargas. Now the Rams will slow it down, work a little bit of clock. Vargas curling around again, spots up for the 3. That one drifted right away. But there to get to the loose ball was Elmore. And I think we might have had an accidental shot clock reset on the miss by Vargas. So we'll see what they elect to do with the clock that is at 5:37 now left here in the 3rd quarter. And turnovers had been the problem for the Friars in the first half. They had 14, but have done a lot better job taking care of the basketball here in the second half. Geary and Cook will get a quick rest. Herder comes in, as does Lauren Sampson. As Coach Crowley able to roll about 8 players deep tonight. Again, injuries have slowed them down a little bit to start the season. But with every tough spot comes a bright spot. And it's been getting a lot of minutes for some of the newer players, getting them some valuable experience against quality opponents that should serve them well come January and February. As there's an example, Megan Herder comes up with the turnover. And now Crooms goes to work. Drives to the hoop. Baskerville there to clean it up. Gets a rebound again and then gets the 3rd foul on for Posse. So Friars doing a nice job again on the glass. They've out-rebounded Rhode Island 21-18 so far tonight. As Baskerville tries to calm herself down here before the free throws. Baskerville currently leading all scorers on the floor right now with 13 points. Good stroke that time out of the senior from Enfield, Connecticut. Friars so far able to cut the lead down to 6 now after that high bouncing free throw. Rhode Island. Elmore now, here's to Hahn. Cairns, who was red hot in the first half. Williams, who's been feeling it, kicks it out for Cairns. Herder with her. Now Elmore lost the handle. Good defense by Crooms, and now Sampson the other way. Baskerville driving the baseline, lays it up, but left it short. Now the Friars trying to get back on defense. For Posse turns it over. This one coming near us, but Williams able to keep it alive. He missed by the slimmest of margins and somehow avoided the travel as well. Williams puts up the 3 again. That one will be an air ball, despite the efforts of Elmore. And that'll bring us to a break in the action here in Mulaney Gym. 6-point margin. The visitors on top. We'll be back with more Providence College women's basketball right here on Flow Hoops. welcome back once again to Mulaney Gym here inside Alumni Hall in Friartown. Providence inching closer and closer to the Rams. They trail by 6. Friars one of a handful of Big East teams in action tonight. Right now it's Georgetown trailing Davidson 39-24 in the third quarter. Miami of Ohio with a 2-point lead over Xavier, 43-41 also in the third. And in the third quarter, Temple leading St. John's 43-38 as well. Over here in Providence, Mary Baskerville leading the way for the Friars. 15 points for her to go along with 8 rebounds and assists, 2 steals, and a block. Alyssa Geary right behind her with 10 points and 4 assists. Friars look to Geary. Geary puts it up and in, just inside the arc. Long range jumper that time, and it's a 4-point game. Vargas picked up defensively there by Sampson. Cairns gets a little closer this time. That one spins out. Rebounded by Tahan. Gets it to Elmore, who says, "Look what I found here," and finishes off the glass. Des Elmore, the Seton Hall grad transfer, able to deliver there for the Rams. Here's Herder on the inside looking for Crooms, and that one is tipped aside, and they're going to say it was off of Crooms. She can't believe it. And tough break for the Friars there, as that was actually just the first turnover of the quarter on the Friars. And they've done a much better job executing and taking care of the basketball here in the third frame. Cairns trying to take Herder off the dribble, now gives it up to Tahan. Tahan, scoop shot off the glass, won't go. Fighting for the rebound was Herder, who comes away from the pack. Megan Herder, the freshman from Clifton Park, New York, getting some good run here tonight. Spots up on the side, now decides to go inside, back out for Geary. Geary off the glass and drew some contact. That's on Fapasi. That is her 4th. So mark that moment down, folks. That is 4 personals now on Marie-Paul Fapasi. Top scorer for the Rams will have to take a seat on the bench once again. They'll replace her with Emmy Renat. No hesitation that time by Tammy Reese to go to the bench. So Geary now a chance to cut the lead down to 4. Whenever the free throw issues for the Friars continue. Second one off as well. Friars now 5 of 11 from the line. Renat able to get it to Tahan. There's Cairns. Vargas, who's been deadly from three-point land tonight. Renat feeds it inside to Tahan. And the 6 on the shot clock. Renat works her way closer. Tahan now, partially rejected by Geary, but that's because she was fouled. And on the other end, Elmore might have got poked in the eye as well. So it is on Geary, but that's just her first of the game. Baskerville back in to give Geary a rest with Tahan at the line. Tahan still looking for her first points of the evening. Does have a rebound and 5 assists. And the free throw situation getting ugly here tonight in Friartown. Rhode Island now 0 for 6 from the charity stripe. And before that, make from Tahan. Williams will check back in. Out goes Vargas for Rhode Island. And now it'll be Janae Crooms working it up the floor with the Friars trailing by 7. Sampson out high, trying to work around Renat. Did not get it above the rim. And now Rhode Island will work it down quickly for Renat. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. Baskerville tracks it down. And now she's just 1 rebound short of a double-double. Crooms taking it right at Williams. Off the mark, gets her own rebound and finishes. Janae Crooms up to 6 points now. Came in as the Friars' leading scorer with 18 on the season per contest. Here's to Hahn. Renat pulls up for the jumper. And that one gets the friendly rim in. 7-point margin again. Crooms for Sampson. Thought about three, then held up. Archibald feeding Baskerville. Skip pass for Herder. Herder gets a little closer. Tough shot off the window, no good. Tahan was there for the Rams. Quickly outlets out for Renat. And now Elmore will wait for Williams to reset. Just over a minute left here in the third. Losing the handle was Cairns. Crooms fighting for it. It's going to be tied up by Archibald. But possession arrow favoring the Rams. And now the Friars will make a couple changes. Geary and Cook will check back in. Out go Crooms and Sampson. But it will stay with Rhode Island here. 10 on the shot clock. They get it into Tahan. Turnaround from Elmore won't go, and Baskerville has a double-double on the night. 15 points, 10 boards. Here comes Geary. Alyssa Geary. Leaves it over for Cook. Baskerville trying to post up, takes it at Elmore, left it short. Elmore the rebound, and fouled from behind by Archibald. As Archibald able to stop the Rams from getting going in transition, but that's going to be her third personal with just under a minute left in the third. So Archibald will head to the bench for now. Crooms will return. And Rhode Island will use Williams to take some time off the clock. Keeps the handle going, and she's watched carefully here by Cook, the freshman from Iowa City. Now the clock at 10. She'll start moving around. Shake and bake move. William puts it up and won't get it to go. Tahan there to clean up. She can't get it. And last touched by the Rams. So the Friars will have a chance for one more shot here. Shot clock off. Crooms on the run. Picked up by Williams. Final 8 seconds of the quarter. Williams goes tumbling down. Skip pass. Wide open Cook for three. And that will not go. And that will do it for the third quarter. So nothing much has changed since the half. Rhode Island with a 7-point lead. We'll be back with more from Friartown. This is Providence College women's basketball on Flow 3 quarters. Mary Baskerville has paced the Friars. 15 points for her on 6 of 10 shooting to go along with 10 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, and a block. Leading the way for Rhode Island continues to be Dolly Cairns, who had 11 points in the first half. She remains at 11 points for the game as Geary has her pocket picked by Elmore. The dish off for Cairns, and it's going to be a travel on Elmore. She got kind of tangled up with Geary, so Providence catches a small break there. As it'll be another turnover on the Rams. Now, Providence had 14 turnovers at the half, only had 2 in the third quarter. Baskerville never elevated that time and left it a little bit short. Williams now over for Cairns, and now it's Tahan. And Fapasi, the Rams star, 4 personals on her as Mary Baskerville picks up another foul. That'll be her third of the night. And Baskerville has fouled out in the Friars' previous 2 games against Yale and Maine this season. It was limited to just 19 minutes on Saturday on the road at Maine. And that was in an overtime contest in which the Friars won 66-61. Here's Williams looking to penetrate. And dishes it out for Renat. Back for Williams. He tries to work away inside. Now the dish out for Elmore. The shot clock expiring, a huge bucket for Des Elmore. The Seton Hall transfer, getting it done there in the clutch. Lead up to 9. Friars still held without a three-point basket so far tonight. Geary in traffic. They're able to draw some contact, and it's going to go against Emmy Renat. And that is just her second of the game. That'll put Alyssa Geary back at the line. Geary with 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting from the field tonight. First one is good. She collects herself again. And left that one just on the front of the rim. Both teams really struggling at the line tonight. It's been an unfortunate common occurrence for the Friars in this early part of the season, as Renat leaves it off for Cairns. Cairns pass to Hahn. Stripped by Archibald. Good steal that time by the freshman from Maine. Here's Crooms, back out for Archibald. They play catch. Geary trying to post up on Elmore. They'll rotate it the other side, Herder. And we're going to have a foul away from the ball against Elmore. And that's just her first. She'd been going at it pretty hard against Geary, denying the entry pass. And the referee able to see something and blew his whistle. Puts 20 on the shot clock for the Friars. Crooms able to get position on Williams and finishes from close range. 8 points now for Janae Crooms. Friars within 6. Rhode Island well below their scoring average of 87 on the season, as the Friars' defense has been formidable. Renat can't get it to go that time, and that's because Emily Archibald says, "Not in my house, not that time." Still 16, though, on the shot clock for the Rams. They get it into Elmore. Elmore tripped on the way in. She stepped on Crooms' foot, but that will be a foul charged to Janae Crooms. Second for her, but it does put Elmore at the line. And she is 0 for 1 tonight. Elmore now leading the way, though, for the Rams with 12 points. 6 of 10 shooting from the floor. Actually, no, they're going to say non-shooting. Here's Cairns from downtown again. 8th three-pointer of the night for Rhode Island. They are shooting 53% from beyond the arc. For Cairns, that's her 4th three ball. Friars turn it over. Here comes Vargas. And now Renat leaving it back for Cairns again. Renat puts it up for 3. That one drifts wide. Easy rebound for Baskerville. Now it's Crooms. Takes it right at Vargas and in. Vargas trying to draw the charge. Ref not buying what she was selling that time. And Crooms is now in double figures. Cairns from downtown again. Oh my! 5th three-pointer for Dolly Cairns. And it's a 10-point Rhode Island lead. Crooms and the Friars looking to answer. But Rhode Island more than happy to trade 2s for 3s as the Friars turn it over again. Elmore lost the handle out of bounds, but they're going to say last touched by Geary as Elmore tumbled down. Out goes Sampson, in comes Megan Herder. And it'll be Renat with inbounding duties. Coach Reese brings in Fapasi, puts it up and in and one. Drawing the foul against Mary Baskerville, which will be her 4th personal. Slick play on the inside. Timeout called by Providence, which extends to a media break here. We'll step aside as well with Rhode Island enjoying its largest lead of the night, 54-42. You're watching Providence College women's basketball right here on Flow Hoops. .27 left in the fourth quarter. Rhode Island with its largest lead of the night, 54-42. And they have done most of their damage from beyond the arc tonight, where they are 9 of 17 thus far. At the line, though, will be Marie-Paul Fapasi. He's got 8 points so far, but is 0 for 4 from the free throw line. The Rams as a team just 1 of 7 from the line tonight. Well, she hits that one to complete the three-point play. The lead now at 13 for the Rams. The Friars in desperate need of some points. The three-pointer has let them down, though, tonight, where they are 0 for 9 from beyond the arc. They're going to need some points in a hurry with some stops. Crooms, though, able to take it off the dribble to the rack. She's starting to find her groove here in the fourth quarter. She's up to 12 points on 6 of 12 shooting from the floor. And this is a Rhode Island team that has been averaging almost 88 points per game. Here's Cairns again looking for a three. Crooms had the rebound, and Elmore came in from behind her. Elmore then rejected from behind, and Crooms is going to be called for the foul, much to her dismay. That is the third personal on Janae Crooms. She thought she had the clean block. And it puts Elmore back at the line. Elmore's got 12, make it 13 now. To go along with 12 rebounds. Joins the Friars' Mary Baskerville as the two players with a double-double so far tonight. DeHaan with the tap out of bounds. See what the Friars could do here, down by 12, but time slipping away now for the home side. They work it around for Herder. Crooms now. And they're going to get an offensive foul. She kind of lowered the shoulder that time, going against Elmore. And Crooms joins Mary Baskerville with 4 personals. Coach Crowley is going to try to get Baskerville back in at the next opportunity. The Friars in some significant trouble here, though. Down 12, time winding down, and two of their key players in foul trouble. Here's Vargas from downtown again. Nope. Crooms the rebound. Friars now in transition. The kick out for Herder. Hesitated on the three, but hits. Friars needed that one in a big way, and the freshman delivers. We'll see how the Rams respond. Vargas. Watched by Cook. Now it's Papasi. Takes it at Geary's. Won't go. Tied up by Archibald. And the arrow favoring Rhode Island. Good work on the inside again by Archibald. But it brings us to a timeout on the floor once again. And it's Rhode Island leading by 9. We'll be back with more Providence College women's basketball right here on Flow Hoops.
Providence.